Hello everyone. Today we are coming on Science 2, chapter number 2, Life Processes in Living Organisms, part 1. Let us first discuss marking scheme. This chapter will come for 4 marks without options and it will have 6 marks with options. चलिए फर्स्ट फोकस करेंगे कैन यू रिकॉल पे विच इज़ प्रेजेंट ऑन पेज नंबर 1. यहाँ पे कुछ क्वेश्चंस दिए गए हैं. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन ये पूछ रहा है हाउ आर द फूड स्टफ्स एंड देयर न्यूट्रिएंट कंटेंट्स यूजफुल टू द बॉडी. नाउ वी ईट डिफरेंट फूड आइटम्स and every food item contains some of the other nutrients. If you purchase some items from the market, you will find that there is nutrient label present at the back side of the packaging. हर एक फूड स्टफ़ के पैकेजिंग पे आपको एक न्यूट्रिएंट का लेबल मिलेगा और उस न्यूट्रिएंट के लेबल से आप ये समझ सकोगे कि उसमें कौन कौन से न्यूट्रिएंट्स प्रेजेंट है. सो नाउ द बॉडी नीड्स अ वेराइटी टाइप ऑफ न्यूट्रिएंट्स और इस न्यूट्रिएंट्स में कौन कौन अवेलेबल है. प्रोटीन्स, कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स, fats, vitamins as well as minerals. These all are present and we require them to remain kind of healthy. Now this is something how would a ideal healthy plate would look. You can see we are starting from clockwise. Yellowish color mein it contains bread, rice, potatoes, pasta. It can have any such items. These items are belonging to carbohydrates, that is starchy food. Then you can find dairy foods. Dairy food में milk as well as milk related items, these are present. They contain calcium as well as other nutrients. Next you are having foods and drinks which are high in fat as well as sugar. These are most commonly preferred by young children in today's scenario. Next comes meat, fish, eggs as well as beans. Such type of items, these contains high quality of proteins. Those could be veg as well as from non-vegetarian sources. And another comes from the green as well as fruits. Other fruits as well as vegetables. इन सब में other nutrients available होते हैं. Now what is the importance of balanced diet for a body? We have just seen कि what are the various nutrients और कौन कौन से फूड न्यूट्रिएंट्स है, फूड सोर्सेस है जहाँ से हमें ये न्यूट्रिएंट्स अवेलेबल हो सकते हैं. तो ये बैलेंस्ड डाइट का इंपॉर्टेंस क्या है? व्हाट इज़ द इंपॉर्टेंस फॉर दिस? नाउ एवरी न्यूट्रिएंट प्लेज अ वाइटल एज वेल एज इंपॉर्टेंट रोल इन आवर बॉडी. कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स एक्ट एज प्राइमरी सोर्स ऑफ फ्यूल. ये हमारे बॉडी के प्राइमरी सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी है. तो बॉडी को जब भी एनर्जी लगेगी दे विल ऑलवेज सर्च प्राइमरीली स्टार्टिंगली फॉर द कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स. After carbohydrates, you are having proteins. Now these proteins, they are also source of energy, but they are not primary. Those are kind of secondary or third level source of energy. Proteins build muscles. They are also required for repair, that is wear and tear of our tissues. Proteins are also responsible for growth in our body. Fats. When carbohydrates and proteins are not available, body will try to search for another type of energy which is stored in our body in case of absence of energy, and that form of energy is called as fats. जैसे fats के नीचे लिखा गया ये reserve form of energy. So reserve means something when body is not able to gain energy from primary sources, it will look for secondary sources which could be considered as fat. It is also required to keep bones as well as joints oily to avoid kind of friction between them for smooth functioning. Then balanced diet contains vitamins as well as minerals. Vitamins and minerals are of different types which we are going to see in detail in this chapter. They are also required for proper functioning of our body. And last and very important component, that is water. Water helps to carry all the nutrients in our body. Water is also a major nutrient. It is required for hydration. Which different functions are performed by muscles in our body? Muscles की क्या responsibility होती है? 9th standard में हमने different types of tissues पढ़े हैं और उनमें muscles के बारे में भी पढ़ा था. Examples: striated muscles, unstriated muscles. Muscles are mainly responsible for movements in human body. मसल्स में कॉन्ट्रैक्शन और रिलैक्सेशन पॉसिबल होता है. ड्यू टू दिस कॉन्ट्रैक्शन एंड रिलैक्सेशन इट कैन परफॉर्म डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ फंक्शंस जो हमारे मूवमेंट्स के लिए नेसेसरी है. एग्जाम्पल, मूवमेंट्स ऑफ आर्म्स एंड लेग्स, पासेज ऑफ फूड. हमारे बॉडी में जब फूड पास होता है तब भी मसल्स काम करते हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्शन एज वेल एज रिलैक्सेशन. ब्लड फ्लो एंड लास्ट इज कॉन्ट्रैक्शन एंड रिलैक्सेशन ऑफ हार्ट. ये एक रिदमिक फंक्शन होता है. हार्ट मसल्स आर ऑल्सो रेफर्ड टू एज कार्डियक मसल्स. दे परफॉर्म कॉन्ट्रैक्शन एज वेल एज रिलैक्सेशन इन रिदमिक फंक्शन. What is the importance of digestive juices in digestive system? There are different types of digestive juices. Saliva and all these type are the digestive juices. These juices, they break down complex food particles into simple molecules. For example, carbohydrates will be broken down into glucose. Further, it will be broken down into pyruvic acid. Proteins are broken down into amino acids. And fats are broken down into fatty acids. So carbohydrates, proteins and fats, these are kind of complex food molecules, whereas glucose, pyruvic acid, amino acids and fatty acids, these are simple molecules which could be easily absorbed into our system. Like I was saying, these are various type of digestive juices which are present in our body. Saliva, that is secreted through our salivary gland, which is present in our mouth. Then you are having different types of gastric juices which are secreted in our stomach. Pancreas secrete or produce a different type of juice called as pancreatic juice. Bile is secreted by liver, whereas there are different type of other juices which support the functioning of digestion, which are secreted by intestine and are referred to as intestinal juice. Which system is in action for removal of waste materials produced in our body? We have learned about this in 9th standard. This system is known as excretion system. Excretion system is responsible for removal of waste materials which are present in our body. Now, waste material could be nitrogenous based products, nitrogenous based compounds which are generated in our body. Those are removed through excreta as well as urine. Then CO2, that is carbon dioxide. It is also formed in our blood. It also needs to be eliminated. It is eliminated via lungs, that is through exhalation in the form of breathing. And sometimes some part of the waste material is also eliminated through skin. So even skin forms the part of a excretory system. Now this is a basic understanding of excretion system, that is elimination. Ingestion is intake of food. Then further the food is kind of broken down. It is sent downwards towards the stomach, that is propulsion. Then is going to be chemical digestion of the food. Out of digested material, some useful materials are going to get absorbed within our body. So that is the responsibility of absorption, which is done in the intestine. And finally, the unabsorbed material which forms the waste in our body is kind of eliminated. So this system is nothing but excretion. What is the role of circulatory system in energy production? Now, when we talk of circulatory system, flow of blood comes in the picture. अब ये blood flow कैसे होता है? Transportation of oxygen rich blood along with useful nutrients like glucose, amino acids, fatty acids, it's done by our system. Blood will carry oxygen और ऑक्सीजन के साथ ही ग्लूकोज, अमीनो एसिड्स, फैटी एसिड्स जैसे इंपॉर्टेंट न्यूट्रिएंट्स ये कैरी करके उन ऑर्गन्स तक डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किया जाता है जहाँ पे इनकी नीड हो. Now this is just a visual representation of how transportation system, circulatory system is working in our body. You can find that there are 3 different sections. One is lungs, another is heart, and another is body. So red color is the pure blood that is being circulated, and blue color is the impure blood. Now impure in the other sense is deoxygenated blood which does not contain oxygen but it contains CO2, that is carbon dioxide. So this circulation is done through a network of arteries, veins as well as capillaries. This whole system is referred to as circulatory system. Pure blood is transported from lungs through the heart towards the body, and impure blood is circulated from body to the heart up to the lungs for oxygenation purpose. How are various processes occurring in human body controlled, and in how many ways? Now, the control as well as regulation of our body is done through two different ways. One is nervous control. Nervous control involves functioning through group and network of nerves. We have studied in 9th standard how exactly a nerve cell looks and what is a nerve cell. And further, the control is also achieved through chemical control. Now, chemical control depends on release of chemicals through certain hormones through various type of glands. Now, there are two different type of glands. दो glands होते हैं. One is endocrine glands and another is exocrine glands. Endocrine glands ये body के अंदर होते हैं, and these glands help in release certain types of hormones which help our body to achieve a chemical control. This is again a visual representation of how nervous system would work. Various nerves form different type of a strong network, and through this network these signals are further communicated up to the brain. Brain then can further decide upon and take action according to it. Another parallel system which works along with this is chemical control. Now let us discuss some basics. Human as well as other animals consume fruits and vegetables. Plants are autotrophs. Now plants, they will not kind of depend on other animals as well as other sources of food. They will create their own food, and that's why they are referred to as autotrophs. Human beings as well as other animals, they are referred to as heterotrophs. Plants produce their own food. They are going to utilize some of the food for themselves, whereas the remaining is stored in various parts such as fruits, leaves, stems, roots, etc. जो excess food बनता है plants में वो store किया जाएगा fruits, leaves, stems as well as roots में. Now there is a difference because in human beings as well as other animals we perform movement. As we are performing movements, हम motion में रहते हैं. That's why the requirement of energy is large in our case. But when we are comparing same along with plants, तो plants में movement उतना नहीं होता है. And as movement is kind of limited, that's why there is excess production of energy, and this energy is nothing but starch. This starch is stored in fruits, leaves, stems as well as roots. We consume these various plant materials. इनमें से हमें carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, etc. ये सब nutrients मिलेंगे. We obtain carbohydrates from substances like milk, fruits, jaggery, sugarcane, vegetable, potatoes as well as cereals like wheat as well as rice. ये सब फूड आइटम्स हैं. हमें कार्बोहाइड्रेट ये एक न्यूट्रिएंट मिलता है. कार्बोहाइड्रेट जिसके बारे में हमने स्टार्टिंग में पढ़ा, इट इज़ अ प्राइमरी सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी. वी गेट 4 kcal ऑफ एनर्जी पर ग्राम ऑफ कार्बोहाइड्रेट, एंड दैट्स व्हाई इट इज़ प्राइमरी सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी. Let us discuss a use your brain power that is given on page number 12. Many players are seen consuming some foodstuffs during the breaks of the game, and why? Let us have some background. We will discuss cricket game as it is kind of a popular. You can see batsman is hitting a ball and fielder is running behind it, is trying to get hold of the ball which is running away. So this is a strenuous activity, physical activity इसमें ज़्यादा involve है. Also bowlers. Now bowlers will run from a long distance, create tremendous amount of momentum to have that impact. Over here you can see that the stump is uprooted. Just imagine the amount of force that bowler is trying to apply. Sometimes the force is taken to a next level जहाँ पे कभी कभी ये stumps break भी हो जाते हैं. Just imagine how much energy these players would be requiring during the sports. And in the middle of the activity, you can notice something like this. This is during drinks break. और हमारा क्वेश्चन यही पूछ रहा है कि ड्रिंक्स ब्रेक में ये प्लेयर्स जो फूड स्टफ्स कंज्यूम करते हैं, जो ड्रिंक्स कंज्यूम करते हैं, ये क्यों करते हैं? Why do they consume this? We all know that sports involve physical activity. This physical activity is continuous ongoing activity which creates strain on human body. There is loss of energy, and that's why these players will require quick source of energy, sustainable source of energy. Quick means which could be taken in quickly in short span of time, and sustainable means even if you are taking in shorter amount of time, it would sustain for a longer period of time, let's say 1 hour, 2 hour or 3 hour, so that they are continuously engaged in the sport, they are alert and they are able to perform and focus in the game kind of properly. These foodstuffs, like I have said, are quick and sustainable energy sources. In foodstuffs में क्या होता है? So they will contain glucose, electrolytes, proteins and basically water for hydration. Now glucose and electrolytes, they will kind of refill the lost energy. जो energy lost हो गई है उनको refill करने के लिए glucose as well as electrolytes help करेंगे. एंड प्रोटीन्स का मेन रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है सस्टेन्ड फॉर्म ऑफ एनर्जी, स्लोली ये एनर्जी रिलीज करेंगे. एंड लास्ट इज वाटर. ये सब न्यूट्रिएंट्स हमारे बॉडी में सर्कुलेट करने के लिए हमें वाटर की ज़रूरत होती है, हाइड्रेशन की ज़रूरत होती है. नाउ देयर इज अनदर, कैन यू रिकॉल, विच इज प्रेजेंट ऑन सेम पेज नंबर 12. एंड व्हाट इज रेस्पिरेशन एंड हाउ डज इट ऑकर. नाउ दिस इज जस्ट माई एक्सपीरियंस. व्हेनेवर आई से अबाउट रेस्पिरेशन, people start thinking about breathing and they kind of confuse कि respiration का मतलब ही breathing होता है. No, respiration is not breathing. I repeat, respiration is not breathing. breathing is a part of respiration. respiration का एक part, एक component breathing हम consider कर सकेंगे, but breathing is not 100% equal to respiration. Let us see. Like I've said कि breathing is not रेस्पिरेशन, बट रेस्पिरेशन का एक पार्ट, एक कंपोनेंट ये ब्रीदिंग होता है. ब्रीदिंग में इनहेलेशन एज वेल एज एक्सहेलेशन होता है. नाउ इनहेलेशन ऑफ ऑक्सीजन एंड एक्सहेलेशन ऑफ कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. दिस इज द सेम थिंग. एज यू कैन नोटिस, इनहेलेशन एज वेल एज एक्सहेलेशन बोथ आर ऑकरिंग साइमल्टेनियसली. इनहेलेशन ऑफ ऑक्सीजन एज वेल एज एक्सहेलेशन ऑफ कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड is necessary. Oxygen is required for production of energy, whereas elimination of carbon dioxide is necessary to remove waste, because CO2, that is carbon dioxide, is not required in our body. Since this question is, can you recall, let me quickly take you to 9th standard. This is a screenshot that we have taken from 9th standard textbook. You can notice this chapter was chapter number 7, energy pyramid. And here we are looking at carbon cycle. In carbon cycle, the diagram is given figure 7.6, and I have highlighted a small portion from that diagram, respiration in plants and respiration in animals. यहाँ पे नीचे आपको दो इक्वेशंस दिखेंगे. मैं उन इक्वेशंस में से एक इक्वेशन को फोकस कर रहा हूँ, that is respiration in animals, specifically human beings. This is that equation. You can find C6H12O6, that is glucose. It's combining along with O2. O2 is nothing but oxygen. This is going to take place in mitochondria. We all are aware mitochondria is powerhouse of the cell. It is present inside the cell. And from this, CO2 will be eliminated, given out, H2O will be released, and finally energy will be released. So this reaction is the reaction for respiration. So what exactly is respiration? You can see that respiration is not only limited up to breathing. So it is basically production of energy. So how are we going to define respiration properly? Respiration can be termed as a biochemical process, biological plus chemical process in living organisms involving production of energy. So basically respiration में energy produce होने वाली है, typically with the intake of oxygen. Oxygen को inhale करके and release of CO2, that is carbon dioxide. From the oxidation of complex organic substances, that is nothing but food items. जो हमने previous reaction देखा उसमें यह complex organic substance was nothing but glucose, C6H12O6. इनके oxidation से energy obtain की गई है. And how does it occur? It is going to occur with the help of cellular respiration. जैसे respiration के बारे में हमने देखा, respiration further होगा cellular level पे. Cell will be producing energy. रेस्पिरेशन ये दो टाइप के होने वाले हैं. वन इज गोइंग टू बी एरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन. एरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन यूजेस ऑक्सीजन और एरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन में एनर्जी ये ज़्यादा क्वांटिटी में प्रोड्यूस होती है. Whereas another type is anaerobic respiration. It does not uses oxygen, or it will use less amount of oxygen. Such type of respiration will be called as anaerobic respiration. Of course, the amount of energy produced in this kind of respiration will be very less, because the amount of oxygen involved is kind of less or almost none. Now we are coming on activity for you all to self-study. Here there are 3 questions. First question is, what is aerobic as well as anaerobic respiration? We have discussed this. You can search for this, kind of read it in our book, also present in smaller quantity in 9th standard, can search for that. Next is how inhalation and exhalation works. I believe this topic is covered in 8th standard, where you had learned about functioning of heart. And third is, write down chemical reaction which occurs during respiration. This reaction is given in this video. That reaction is a important reaction. I want all of you to kind of remember that reaction.